a heavenly world designed for peace, inhabited by angels and built by a Planeswalker. To understand the complex origins and meaning behind Serra's realm is to understand that which embodies Serra herself. Serra's realm is not like any other plane in the multiverse. It's an artificial world built not from solid material, but by mana itself. It was built by none other than Serra, a human planeswalker from Dominaria. She was a fair-skinned beauty who saw the world as she wanted it to be, not necessarily as it was. Serra was pure of heart and soul, and expected the rest of Dominaria, the multiverse even, to share her desire for peace and understanding. Yet, reality managed to finally crush Serra's unbridled spirit and conviction, causing a great tragedy to befall the pre-mending planeswalker. Through her suffering, Serra embarked on a task to fashion a world free of grief, of loss. This was the beginning spark of Serra's realm. Being a planeswalker prior to the mending, Serra had powers likened to a god in comparison to the planeswalkers of today. With her magic unchecked, Serra amassed as much white mana as she could, using it as the base for her new world. As the white mana collected and compressed into a single point, all of Serra's dreams and prayers were answered. Serra's realm formed from her thoughts and became reality. Serra's realm is a world where the sky is stuck in perpetual dawn. The sun always on the cusp of rising, yet stopping just short of the horizon. This plane has no solid foundation. Rather, it's split among floating landmasses that gently sway in the beautiful yellow sky. Some are quite large, while others are mere specks of land. Yet, unlike the floating hedrons of planes like Zendikar, these hovering lands were finite and infinite at the same time. When you stand on Serra's realm, you can clearly see these meadows have a direct end to them. But, as you try to walk across its surface, you'll never find yourself meeting its edge. This is because Serra's distorted the very physics of her world. Once you've walked an entire landmass, you'll be taken directly back to the beginning, ensuring you'll never fall or feel trapped. Most of these floating islands are vast meadows with fruiting vegetation or streams, perfect for supporting life. But what life would Serra's artificial world hold? On a plane as perfect and just as this, Serra saw it fitting that angels should be present on her world. Yet, these are just more of her own creations, beings comprised of more white mana. Serra decided to bring humans to her realm as well, hoping they'd live without fear or grief as she wanted for herself. The humans built up villages and towns, grew into a culture all their own, working in harmony with angels while all worshipped Serra herself. The angels themselves served a particularly important role in Serra's realm. They were the protectors, the peacekeepers, the judges and jury. There are 5 orders of angels who helped curb the influence of mana seeping into Serra's realm from the multiverse. The orders are Law, Grace, Reason, Duty, and Truth. Each have their own objectives, but all served Serra and her world, helping to regulate blue, black, red, and green mana's influence on the all-white mana plane. On the far end of Serra's realm resides the Planeswalker's home, Serra's sanctum. It floats alone in the clouds, a massive tower easily larger than any other structure found in the multiverse. Inside, strange artifacts can be found, possibly from other worlds, all working from white mana or to meet her gratuitous ends. At the base of her home, there exists a 5-story tall water fountain. Engraved on its foundation are the ideals of Serra herself, what she wants from her realm and her people: art, freedom, and peace. Her desires grew into the culture of the world itself. Men and women took up professions in art and music, while others became priests and priestesses to Serra's worship. The angels ensured the plane's protection, yet even humans formed ranks in Serra's army, which was purely defensive, mind you. The multiverse is a dangerous place, and there's no telling when an intruder may bring disaster to this angelic world. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened thanks to the intervention of the Planeswalker Urza and his war against the Phyrexians. After a major defeat, Urza retreated to Serra's realm for healing. The Phyrexian forces eventually followed Urza to the plane and attacked it mercilessly. While Urza was no longer on the artificial world, the Phyrexians saw it as just another plane ripe for assimilation. The angels and armies of Serra's realm fought hard and with conviction, managing to beat back the Phyrexian invaders. Yet, the Phyrexians always manage to conquer a plane, even if it's not by brute force. The mere presence of the Phyrexians was enough to corrupt the once holy Serra's realm. Their black mana influenced everything it touched, and soon, the entire plane was a shell of its former self. Serra herself couldn't stand to see her creation fall from grace. She left Serra's realm to its fate. Without Serra in command, her archangel, Radiant, took over. With the Phyrexians' influence, Radiant became more militarized and fell to religious paranoia, becoming an unwitting pawn of the Phyrexians. Her and her angels began exterminating the humans of Serra's realm. Hope was lost for Serra's realm, and Urza felt guilt for his role in its destruction, while it was never intentional. He traveled to Serra's realm on his skyship Weatherlight, rescuing many of the human refugees there. As its last gift to the multiverse, Urza absorbed the whole of Serra's realm into the skyship's Power Stone core, fueling its power from the world's dense white mana. From here, Serra's realm has been reborn, destroyed, and born again, never fully reaching the height it had achieved in its original years. The plane's still home to the famous Serra Angels, but not much more is known of its fate. The multiverse is a dark and powerful force. Sometimes a light as bright and beautiful as Serra's realm just can't shine forever. That's gonna do it for this planar profile, guys. If you enjoyed the video, consider throwing in a like and subbing to the channel. It goes a long way in supporting future content. You can also support the channel on Patreon or by following me on social media. Find links to those in the description below. As always, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.